Logan Schiendelman was a 19-year-old with his whole life ahead of him. A bright student, a talented athlete, and a young man searching for where he belonged in the world. But on a spring morning in May 2016, Logan left home after telling his grandmother he'd had an epiphany, and then he disappeared. His car was later found on the side of a busy highway. His wallet, his phone, and his ID were still inside. But Logan? Gone, as if he vanished into thin air. It's been over 9 years since that day, and the questions remain. What happened to Logan Schiendelman? Logan Drew Schiendelman was born on June 27, 1996, in Olympia, Washington. He was of African American, Caucasian, and Saudi Arabian descent. His father, a Saudi national, wasn't involved in his life, and Logan was raised mostly by his white grandmother, Virginia Gibo, in Tumwater, Washington. From the outside, Logan was a high-achieving teenager. He was a star defensive back on his high school football team and a thoughtful, articulate student. But privately, Logan struggled. He often felt like an outsider, caught between different racial identities and unsure of where he truly fit in. After graduating in 2015, he enrolled at Washington State University, but completed just 1 year before returning home. He took odd jobs, working at a laundry facility, sometimes helping on his great aunt's farm, all while trying to figure out what came next. On the morning of May 19, 2016, Logan and his grandmother were both getting ready for work. She remembered he seemed more anxious than usual, jittery and distracted, and he mentioned that he'd had an epiphany. She asked if he wanted to talk, but he said they could discuss it later that evening. That would be the last time anyone in his family saw Logan. When he didn't return home that night, his grandmother assumed he was visiting his mother in Olympia. But the next day, his phone location still showed he hadn't moved, and by the time she tried to file a missing person report, the police station was closed for the weekend. It wasn't until Monday, May 23rd, that Logan was officially reported missing. That's when police told her something chilling. Logan's car, a black 1996 Chrysler Sebring, had already been found. It had been towed 3 days earlier, on May 20th, from Interstate 5, just 20 miles south of his home. Inside the car were Logan's cell phone, wallet, debit card, and $25 in cash. Bags of food were also found, as if he had planned a trip. But the driver's seat was pushed far back, something unusual, since Logan was just 6 feet tall and always kept the seat closer. That detail would later raise red flags. Several witnesses came forward about the car. One woman said she saw it twice that day, once in the morning, parked on the shoulder of I-5 near exit 95, with 3 people standing outside, a man who looked like Logan and 2 unknown white men. Later that evening, she saw the same car, now abandoned, hood popped open, with no one around. Another driver saw the vehicle swerve across 3 lanes of traffic before crashing into the center median. But here's the strange part. No one appeared to be driving it. Moments later, a witness saw a white man jump out of the passenger side and run into the woods. Was that Logan? Or someone else? Even stranger, later that night, someone reported seeing a naked teenager in the same area. Police searched the nearby woods for 6 hours using dogs and drones, but found nothing. Logan's uncle, Mike Ware, a retired sheriff's lieutenant, helped with search efforts. He described the woods around I-5 as thick and difficult terrain. But even with a thorough sweep, no clues surfaced. To make things worse, Logan's car had already been released from impound and returned to the family before being processed by forensic investigators, meaning any potential evidence inside was lost forever. Later, detectives interviewed Logan's half-sister's boyfriend, whom Logan reportedly didn't get along with, but he was ruled out after passing a polygraph test. So what really happened? Some believe Logan may have experienced a mental health episode. His grandmother mentioned he'd been smoking marijuana heavily and had become slightly paranoid. Could he have wandered off voluntarily? Others believe Logan met with foul play. especially with the sighting of those two unknown men and the fact that the driver's seat was not positioned the way he always left it. As the years passed, Logan's case received some national attention. It was featured on Investigation Discovery's Disappeared, the Hide and Seek podcast, and Dateline's Missing in America. But no new leads ever emerged. Logan Schiendelman has now been missing for over 9 years. Logan's story is tragic, not just because he disappeared, but because of what his family is left with: silence. No answers. No closure. A bright, kind-hearted young man with everything to live for simply vanished, and no one knows why. If you have any information, no matter how small, please contact the Thurston County Sheriff's Office. Logan deserves to come home. And if his story moved you, share this video. Someone, somewhere, knows the truth.